All right, KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody. We are live at WinnaVegas Casino Resort. DJ Guaranteed. Garen Coons, Communications Officer for the Winnebago Tribe. We want to do a sound check just to make sure we're all good to go. If you guys can hear us out there in Facebook or on the terrestrial 100.9 FM, give us a thumbs up and we should be good to go. So we are going to be talking about a lot of good things here today. 34th anniversary, April 30th, 1992 is the day. I'd like to introduce and welcome in our co-host. She's doing a lot of driving here today, so she's going to be helping us on out. But DJ Besame, are you good to go and say hello to the good folks out there? Go and throw your mic on and say 1992. Where were you at?
I was a twinkle in my mom's eye.
So I believe you were born in
93.
93. So, all righty. Man, we're going to have a good thing here. So one of the things I wanted to discuss, there's going to be an opportunity. A couple things is that we are going to give away some items. We're a non-commercial radio station, so we're going to talk about some of the history. You're going to learn some of the education, the history of the vision to have a casino brought to Winnebago. We'll be able to talk to some of the visionaries. We'll also be able to award you folks, if you're listening right now and tuned in, you'll be able to see and might be able to win yourself $340. Isn't that free play? And it's an opportunity for a guest to win, right?
Yep, $340 in free promo play.
Okay, now, how do they enter to win that?
Well, they can just tune in with us here on the Big Voice for our special live broadcast talking about 34 years of WinnaVegas. And towards the end of the show, we'll give away that $340 to one lucky viewer. So one big voicer out there will get $340 in free promo play. And we'll also have some exclusive hoodies. We'll have 8 of those that we'll be giving away. So
I'll tell you
stay
what.
tuned.
Let's test this theory here. Here is one of those brand new hoodies, okay? And they value. I mean, hoodies these days are about $80, right? And so we have 8 of them that we're going to give out throughout the broadcast, and it's commemorative. There's never going to be another 34th anniversary hooded printed. You want to make sure you get one of these, but you can see it's sweater weather out there, you know, in the evenings and stuff. You want to make sure you get one of these. But the first person to comment on Facebook will be able to win this sweater. Is that possible? Is that possible? So I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but go ahead and say, I want to win a sweater. And we know that you heard our broadcast, and we'll make sure that we'll get you awarded. And that's how you're going to win the $340, is that you just comment, say, I want to win $340, and you're going to be a winner. So let's test that theory out. The first person to comment, I want a sweater, on our Facebook Live will be able to win, and we'll get you sent this this commemorative 34th anniversary casino, WinnaVegas Casino. So, right?
Yes.
All right, we're going to try it on out. So we are broadcasting live. Oh, we do have a winner. All right, it says Justin Getman. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hey.
Justin Getman. And one of the good memories that I have of Getman is that I know that his mother, Connie, used to be an avid supporter of WinnaVegas, and she was our teacher for a long time, a volleyball coach for the Winnebago Public School. But Justin, we will get this sent to you. So that's simple. Now, if you didn't win that one, don't worry, because we have some more that we're going to give away. We want to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a unique pleasure. We said we're going to do this live remote, and we want to say thank you to the WinnaVegas staff. We want to say thank you to those that really helped out. And there was a gentleman that his name was brought up. We said in 1992, who was on the tribal council? Because, of course, we didn't have everything established and everything. But his name was Vince Bass. And he was serving on the Winnebago Tribal Council. And we're going to have an exclusive interview with him at this time. So we'd like to call Vince Bass to the stage here. And it's very, very unique that we get an opportunity to share some of this history. Again, the days, they mentioned the trailer days. It wasn't this grandiose building that we have now, you know, with all the amenities and the hotel and the bingo parlor and the stage and everything like that. It was in trailers and stuff. And the gentleman that was there on the ground floor, and he is here to help us on out. we want to say thank you, and we really appreciate his perspective. Vince, if you can hear us, and we want to give you an opportunity. This is Vince Bass, and to my understanding, Vince, you were, I believe, on the council. Can you tell us your role back in 1992?
Uh, Thank you for having me, Garen. I want to say congratulations to WinnaVegas on the 34th year of existence. I want to also thank all of the employees that have been here, some for many, many years. And we couldn't exist without them, nor the players that come down to frequent our casino. So I want to thank each and every one of them.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. So, 1992. Now, do you remember? I think that back in those days, Vince, it was a tribal council. But what was the economic? How did the tribe get a lot of their revenue and some of the challenges back in those days? And then tell us the story. Was there somebody that approached us and like, hey, you have an opportunity, or was it the bingo? Start having slot machines, or I wasn't there. I was only 10 years old at the time, but tell us that history story. Like, when was WinnaVegas thought of, and just kind of go from there.
Okay. I got on, first time I got on I served 13 and a half years on our tribal council. And my first year was October of 1990. At that time, when a bingo was in existence, and we had a nice building here, but it wasn't profitable. So a year or so prior to me getting on the council, one of the Nebraska senators was invested in this company who had what they called at the time gray area slot machines, meaning they were kind of bingo-like, but they were also resembled slot machines, and they were very popular. So Winnebago had those in the building at the time, which made bingo profitable. So for some reason, maybe the right person didn't get elected or re-elected to the tribal council when I got on in 1990. So when we got sworn in on that morning, we were told that Winnebago shut down. Only source of revenue for the tribe other than lease money and grant money and things like that. We didn't have, profitable businesses like we do today.
Yeah.
So it was really difficult. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We knew other tribes were already gaming in Minnesota, Wisconsin. So we contacted them, or we decided immediately that we got to go into Class 3 gaming. We had the land, and in Iowa, Nebraska didn't allow gaming, but Iowa did. We had Flowers Island out here. So we worked with the state, with the federal government, and with our own tribal regulation of gaming.
Right.
There was a federal level, there was a state level, and there was a tribal level. So we created a gaming commission, and because the tribe wanted direct liaison as to what was going on with the gaming issue, I was on our council, and so was Anthony Earth. They selected myself to be the chairman of the gaming commission and Anthony to be the vice chairman.
Wow.
And eventually we selected 3 others. But our mission was to learn everything there is to know about gaming. How did the other tribes do it? So we contacted them. They gave us tours in maybe 8 to 10 casinos in Wisconsin. Mystic Lake and Oneida Casino and Mille Lacs and Jackpot Junction and a few others. And they were very helpful in getting us gaming. Back in the day, we didn't have the technology that we have today with computers and flash drives and all that.
Right.
So everything was documents. So we'd come back with all kinds of documents. There are minimum internal control systems. There are standard operating procedures. There are governing gaming regulations. security and surveillance, all their operations. They shared that with us. So we brought it back. We modified it to fit our needs because every state has a different relationship with the tribes. And the compact is an agreement between the tribe and the state that regulates gaming from their perspective. They wanted to see cameras at certain angles and,
Right.
capacity and just really all kinds of things. So that's a story in itself. But yeah, that was state regulation. We had to abide by the National Indian Gaming Commission, which is federal regulation, and our Tribal Gaming Commission, which is our tribal. So we had to learn everything we could, brought it back, and everything was ready. But we ended up in court with IFM, which was the gaming management company for the WinnaBingo. So we couldn't get in the bingo hall. So
Wow.
we decided, hey, we can game, but we didn't have a facility. So I had the bright idea to get together 4 modular homes and stick them together, and 2 mobile homes. One of the mobile homes was office, and the other one was the card game room.
Wow.
And then the others, the rest were, we put slot machines in them. And back in the day, there was people lined up to get in because we
Yeah.
had capacity. Those were our 2 best years we ever had by a long shot. But
Yeah.
then we were able to finally resolve the issue with WinnaBingo. So we were able to get in there, and we hired Kraus Anderson construction company who built Mystic Lake Casino, and because we knew them from before, and we renovated and added on, and eventually got back into the bingo hall, which is what we have today, and it's been renovated since. But it's a beautiful facility and everything, But there was a lot of hard work that went into that. And I'm real familiar with gaming and stuff out there because I've been all over, with all the Foxwoods, every place. And every tribe has their own problems working with the state, or land problems, or trust problems, stuff like that. But from the time we decided in 1990, 18 months later, we opened WinnaVegas.
Wow.
That's got to be like a record.
That is crazy. I could only imagine. Now, to my understanding, it wasn't just smooth sailing, unanimous decision. There was some opposition, probably at the federal level, state level, and even at the tribal council level and everything too. But the visionaries and you guys just kind of had the goal and stuff by doing your research out there in Minnesota, Wisconsin, all this and that, man. This is a wonderful interview. If you're just joining us here, we are live at WinnaVegas Casino. We do have an opportunity, and Vince was on the ground level back in 1992, April 30th, and we're talking about when they were in trailers, when that started up. But we're trying to get the story before that, how the idea, how the gaming regulations came about. And then if you guys tune in as well, we do have some sweaters that we're going to be giving away. And I believe Gayla is going to be around, and she's going to be also at the end of today's broadcast. If you stay tuned, we're going to give away $340 to a lucky winner that comments on our Facebook page that I want to win $340 free play. You got to be 21 and over. And again, 34th anniversary, and we got an in-depth interview from Vince Bass here and stuff. So we're going to get back into this interview real quick, but some of the questions that I have is, 1992, I did some research, and Vince, I don't know if you remember this, but the U.S. president back then was George H.W. Bush. He was in his final term. The movie at the box office back then, Wayne's World and Basic Instinct, I don't know if you've seen those, and then the price of gas was $1.05. $1.05 for 1 gallon of gas. So take us through when you decided 18 months, that's where we were, and it took you about 18 months to open up. It sounds like it wasn't this building here. They were in trailers and stuff, but what did you guys decide, and how do you guys remember have a conversation of how you guys came up with the name? WinnaVegas Casino, because I believe there was a WinnaBingo, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, it was WinnaBingo. So kind of in line with that, Vegas,
Yeah.
the slot machines, the Las Vegas type. So just trying to connect them, I guess.
Yeah.
We probably could have come up with a more appropriate name than that, more tribal or something. But you got to appeal to the outside world as
Yeah.
well. So
Do you remember who was back then, like the general manager, and who was on the council back then? I know that it's a long time ago and stuff, but we just wanted to see if we pay homage to those that you mentioned. Anthony Earth,
yes,
Hainiga.
yes, Anthony was on there. Reuben Snake was on there. Neola Walker. I got on that year with Don Snowball and Tom Walker, Gerben Earth, and there was one or two more.
Yeah,
Offhand, I can't really remember.
yeah. And then did you guys approach a gentleman, or was it a management company that came in? I know like some partners, other casinos, they partnered with like Caesars or Harrah's or some of those big corporations and stuff. Did you guys do that?
We sent out RFPs, request for proposals, and we received 22 offers from different organizations, investors, or whatever you want to call them, that wanted to come in and interview to be the gaming management company, because we didn't know anything. We didn't know how to run a casino.
Yeah.
So we'd have to hire somebody. So we have these management companies, and they would finance, build, and construct. That's what we were looking for.
Wow.
So we had 22 interviews. T. Walker and myself were the only two that interviewed every single one of them. And they come in with their gold watches on, and, trying to look all suit and ties.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, so we finally selected one. None of them offered us millions or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, but we took what we thought was the best offer, and it wasn't a whole lot, but it was enough to get us started. At least we had somebody to get us started. So they came out, and it was GNS in Slot. That was the name of their company.
Okay.
But so we started gaming and stuff, and they did kind of what they were supposed to do, and they did their own background check. So we decided, no, we do the background check. So we did background check, and one of them was a former felon. So we got into a legal argument with them, ended up booting him out, and we started managing the casino ourselves. So I'm not sure about the year. It was about a year or two in.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you guys were going along, and to my understanding, there was a lot of money being made. Then you guys hear word that riverboats are coming in. What was that like?
Well, we knew we only had a limited time before proliferation of gaming was going to come into Iowa and other states. And we just had a limited window of time, and so we did the best we could. I think by the time the riverboats came along, we got into this facility. So there's a difference between riverboat gambling and onshore gambling, and I think people prefer the onshore gambling. So we had a slight advantage, but they had to go on a riverboat excursion, by law. They had to go, and then they had to come back. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So we didn't have to do that here. So.
And then was that because it's we're on tribal land?
Yeah, they were regulated by the state. We were regulated by the National Indian
Gotcha.
Gaming Commission.
Yeah.
Federal organization like the BIA or something, but their role was to regulate Indian gaming throughout the United States.
We have a question that we want to ask our big voicers out there and stuff. Where were you back in 1992? And go ahead and share with us in the comments if you have an opportunity. If your first time at WinnaVegas, was it during that grand celebration? I know that there's been a lot of T-shirts and sweatshirts and players cards that have been produced over the number of years. Vince, I have a question here. If you remember, they said, I was kind of looking through the history, and this comes off Google, but they said the flood of 93 was a legendary one. It was just 1 year after WinnaVegas opened its doors and faced one of the major floods in U.S. history. Do you remember that?
I remember us having two floods, but I think it was a 2011 flood.
Yep.
That we had to build a berm around the casino, and we were like an island in the middle of the river.
Right.
And we had those, what did they call those little boat like
The
vehicles?
ducks.
Ducks, yeah. Yeah, that was something else too.
Right, right. And what was some other adversity, challenges that you guys faced? It sounds like you guys started to manage your own WinnaVegas here. And was there other challenges that maybe people didn't know about back in those days that we want to document our history? And you and Hainaga are a wealth of knowledge. I know that we were making mention offline that Hainaga does have a lot of files and things like that we should get out to the people. Groundbreaking stuff that happened. And what you see today, Winnebago, the tribe of Winnebago, I've seen that a lot of people are posting like there wouldn't be opportunities. We probably wouldn't even have a radio station if it wasn't for the homecoming celebration. A lot of that money gets sent over from WinnaVegas over for that grand celebration. And you talk about HCI was born from the profits of WinnaVegas. And what else is there, Vince? I mean, the list goes on and on, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs that occurred, and a lot of adversity, but you somehow deal with them. I remember one story when we first started. We were in the trailers. We had real coin back. Well, actually, they weren't even real coin. They were tokens. Give them $20, they'll give you a roll of quarter tokens. And then there was dollar tokens. Well, at the end of the shift, you go around with this cart, and you drop all that money out of there and put them in these buckets. Well, those little carts, they got so heavy that they fell through the floor of the casino. It was just 3/4 inch plywood. So they had to come in and redo plywood inside, one section at a time, redo plywood all over because the coins weighed too much.
Wow.
But yeah, there was a lot of different things that happened.
Yeah.
I know Anthony and I, because of our construction background, we were on the construction committee.
Uh-huh.
And we met with them once a week. There was, chairman of the gaming commission. We had so many responsibilities. We had to, everybody who worked here had to apply for a gaming license. Mm-hmm. Every vendor we had here had to apply for a vendor's license. So we had to license everybody. We had to do background checks. That was part of the gaming commission. We had to approve anything that the casino did here. We had to be approved, actually anywhere on the reservation now, Iron Horse, and they all have to follow the tribal gaming code.
Right.
But I don't know, offhand, I don't know if I could think of specific things.
Yeah.
But yes, there were problems and issues, and
right.
You put your heads together, you get around everything. We've had issues with the state regarding our compact. We had to renegotiate that every so often.
Just a lot of different things.
Competition all over the place. We had to deal with that.
Sure.
But one of the good things too was 1994. We put $8 million invested into Ho Chunk Incorporated. We didn't know who was going to run it. Lance Morgan just happened to graduate from the University of Nebraska with his economics degree, and then he went on to Harvard, and he graduated from there, with honors. And he was just getting done with working for Dorsey and Whitney up in Minneapolis law firm in their Indian gaming section, and he was just getting done with that. So council agreed and asked Anthony and I to go up and take him out to dinner and ask him if he wanted to be our president and CEO of Ho Chunk Incorporated, and he agreed.
Wow.
So the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We gave him a call yesterday just to kind of pick his brain about that. He did name drop your name, and as well as Anthony Hainaga, and we really appreciate that. We got some comments coming in here. Danny Van Matre was the class of '89, had a bunch of us working at Winnebago as seniors. A bunch of us were there when the trailers opened as the casino too. Was going to list some names, but yeah, man, those were some great times. So we are at the grand opening day, and you remember there was a long line out there to get in, right?
Yeah, we had a limit of 200 patrons, and But there was a long line, yeah.
Those
And
were the
they
days.
had a limit. They could only lose $200 a day or something like that because
Oh,
of the
okay.
compact with Iowa. They really regulated it pretty tight back then. So yeah, that was something.
For sure, for sure. Well, Vince, I know that you're a busy man and still doing a lot of good things around the community. I know present day you and your brother are doing some construction work and helping out with some of the good things. I seen that you guys help construct the the Boys and Girls Club shed that they'll utilize, and we just ran a story too in the Winnebago in the news recently about some of the things that you guys are doing. So appreciate your time coming on over, telling us the history. We want to follow up, and then also we want to document your side of the story as well. So we're going to ask you to sit down. I know today's live and anything like that, but we want to give you an opportunity if you want to say hello, thanks, or anything out there to the young ones that know about WinnaVegas or will know about WinnaVegas. I know it's casinos and gaming and stuff like that, but the floor is yours, Vince, if you want to give any shout outs out there to the viewers.
Well, I just want to really thank the employees and the patrons of the casino. They really don't realize the impact, economic impact, health impact, things of that nature that helps our tribe.
For sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have an exclusive interview. This is Vince Bass. He was the chairman of the Gaming Commission and the very first one. So what a delight. What an exclusive interview. And thank you for coming on out and sharing those words. Appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.
All righty. So we have here, we're going to go through some pictures as you get joining us online. 170 people up at the Sioux City area. And then we also have our Facebook, 7,000 and stuff. But we did give away a sweater. We have 7 more to give away. How do you want to do that? DJ Best-to-Me, what do you think?
Wrong mic. Let's see. Let's do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding. We can.
But go ahead and show them what you were talking about there, DJ Best-to-Me.
Okay, so what I was going through over here is I'm showing some of the pictures, and so what we have here is an aerial shot that was sent in to us at the Winnebago Indian News by our longtime, the late Jerome LaPointe, and he was our longtime Winnebago Indian News editor. He had submitted this a few years back. We were trying to find some photos, kind of show some of that had happened during the flood in 2011. And so, what, you can't hear me? Oh, they said, Kevin said he can't hear me on the live stream.
All right, we might have some technical issues. Are we back online, Kevin? We got Kevin Eves. I'd like to say thank you to our production company that's helping us on out, and he's going to test. Go ahead and give us a 1, 2, 3 check.
1, 2, 3, ABC.
Is she on? Give us a thumbs up if maybe Patrice, Jane, or Josh, or anybody that's tuning in, if you can hear DJ Best-to-Me. If you can't.
Hi, Mom.
If Nicole's out there.
Nicole.
What's that? Are you going to hear us? Okay. We could. No, okay. All right. We're good to go. So you were mentioning this picture here, and
Yeah.
hey, I know that guy.
We'll come back to that. The aerial shot that I have displayed on the stream right now, it is from the 2011 flood, and this was sent into the Winnebago Indian News by our longtime Winnebago Indian News editor and our retired editor, and the late Jerome LaPointe. And so he had always kind of kept in touch with us, and always appreciated him reaching out. And so I was in high school when that happened. And so to kind of see how, everybody came together and kept the casino nice and safe, I'm really glad, because now we're fast forward to 2026. And I think that's really, really amazing to see all the growth throughout these years. And I actually used to work here at the casino. I worked in the bingo hall a couple times. And I, for one, as a former employee of the WinnaVegas Casino Resort, think that the growth is beautiful to see here.
For sure, for sure. And thank you for that again. We are going to be on the countdown. We're going to probably go offline here, maybe about 1:15 or something like that. And there's no, we're not running up against any other show or something like that. So we're just going through some pictures. We're going to have another interview here. We'll introduce this person, but tell them about how they get in to win that 340 and also win some of these commemorative sweaters.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a drawing to give away some of those sweaters. And what we'll do is we'll kind of insert some of these names that we see in the comments, and we'll be sure and get those names all added. And so we'll have 7 more of those hoodies to give away. And then to enter for a chance to win the $340 free promo play, all you have to do is comment on the stream so we can see your name, and we'll be able to, and then we will include that.
What if mine is Mr. Braid 123 or something like that? You got to give us your name though, right?
Yeah, and then we're on YouTube and
Native
Facebook.
Braid 81.
So
nah, just kidding.
we have the text line as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
So text line, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, and so I'm gonna probably need a little help getting all these names together.
For sure. I know that our camera's up and stuff, but Gayla is out there. Can we get a camera shot of Gayla and stuff? She's going to be the one that's going to help us on out with the $340 and then also the giveaway of the t-shirts and stuff. But there's Gayla. So she's monitoring currently the social media Facebook page. It's Facebook only. I know we have YouTube. I know that we have also the terrestrial and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. But today, we just want to make sure and direct all our traffic to Facebook. I'm sorry for those people that say, hey, I don't have Facebook. Those are for old school people and stuff. I apologize. But today we wanted to drive traffic. And then if you can help us out, make sure that you tell your friends, your followers and stuff. They still got about 30 minutes here. We're going to do some taste testing. We're going to walk around the casino. We got some artwork to show. We have this beautiful 360 lounge. And what you got for DJ Bethany?
Sorry, what'd you say?
No. I was just going through the whole gamut and stuff, you know what I mean? But we are going to get another interview. So, once again, I do have a question. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
Okay. So, in 1992, what do you think the #1 song was on April 30th, 1992?
Oh.
Can you guess? Can you throw us a guess out there? 1992, think about it. Who was the top of the top of the top? We would probably be playing them nonstop on the Big Voice back in 1992, April 30th. Throw a name out there and see if you're right.
Redbone.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, 1992, not 1900.
Hey man, timeless.
It was still #1 in 1992.
It's still #1 in our hearts today.
But go ahead and comment if you have a guess. Who was?
Yes, let us know.
Yeah, don't use Google or don't use Facebook or anything like that. Just try to pop in an answer. There's no right or wrong answer, but we'll give you and unveil who it was back in the days. We have another interview here, and we'd like to welcome in a person that's going to give her introduction. Give us your title and who you are. It's good to see you again, but we'll turn it on over to you. The microphone's yours.
Hello, my name is Kelly Snow. I work here at WinnaVegas. I'm the table games manager, and I've been here since 2018.
2018.
Yep, I started in December 2018, and so I've been here about 7.5 years.
Yeah.
In table games.
How does it feel? I mean, you're a tribal member, Winnebago tribe, and I know that the Winnevegas back in those days, there weren't a lot of job opportunities and everything, but do you remember, give us a story of how it was back in those days.
Well, there were a few job opportunities for us as youth because even back then we had summer youth employment.
Oh, cool.
So I never really worked because I always played softball, but my brothers worked, and if they couldn't get on, they would work at Wall Bombs, the egg place over there.
Yeah,
So,
Wakefield.
yeah, or you would walk beans.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was a big thing.
Farmers.
Yep, for the farmers. Mr. Matthews had a couple fields we would do. For the adults, they either worked at the hospital or the school. The tribe had jobs as well. and then a lot of people, had to work out of town. Few people worked at the WinnaBingo.
What was that like? Well, I mean,
It
was there a hall? Was it
Thursday,
a big
Friday.
hall?
Yeah, it was basically this kind of inner part here,
Yeah.
about that size, and there were Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just 4 nights of bingo,
Oh, okay.
and they ran, say, from 6 until 11.
Cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
the late birds or whatever they call them. But yeah, and the workers were, you were either worked the floor, or you worked in the cage, or you were a bingo caller. I start working when I was 18. I worked concessions,
Oh.
so I would be like on the floor, and I would sell, burgers and hot dogs and do all that.
How much did you win? Do you remember?
Um,
Like what the grand prize was?
They had 4 levels, so you could win 2, 4, 6, or 800.
Wow. Back
yeah.
in those days?
Yeah.
Dang, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was big bingo.
Yeah.
And I think we had a big Oklahoma one. It was called, what's up? Ooh, I don't remember that. We had Oklahoma was big in bingo. They had the mega bingo. And we one time we had the $1 million winner. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. One time we had that.
You guys made millionaires here? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
one little millionaire.
Was it a native or was it?
No, one of our local ladies.
Did you keep in contact with them? I mean, like.
Oh yeah, they came back the next day and working the floor. For those workers, man, they were hardworking people.
They're just running
I
around.
remember. I think our chairman was a floorman for a while. Yeah, I remember he worked the floor.
The current one, Coley?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
And
Chairman
then
Berman.
Denise Ballinger, Maria Scott, Scotty Cool was a bingo caller. Scott Snake was a bingo caller. And it was a really, when I worked concessions, I made this was crazy. I made like $80 a night in tips. And that was just, you make what, $4 or $5 an hour.
Wow.
But then in your tips, it was like,
Yeah.
that was just, that was crazy for me because I never, had that much cash all the time. So,
Dang. What a
but
great story.
it
You know what I
was,
mean?
yeah.
Definitely. And then so you go along, and then how did you get into table games?
we heard about the training. So there was slot training. There was, cage maintenance. Table games was the other one. So myself and a couple other locals from the bingo hall. Our bingo hall did close down, so we had to find other employment. I worked at Iowa Beef. I worked there, and then I came out here and just started training with his name was Bobby Dunning. He was the table games manager, and we had we had a poker guy come in later, teach all the dealers poker. But yeah, we just sat down and we started with craps, blackjack, and just mainly them two.
Wow.
Yeah, that started it all. It was
Yeah.
it was a great opportunity.
So 34 years, what does it mean to you?
Well, I really appreciate the Vince and Hanega, and I can't remember the others, but I know there were others on there that just had that vision and just kept at it, just looking at, what can we do to be a class 3 casino, because nobody was thinking that, Oklahoma wasn't, they're always class 2. So to really, do it the right way, that is really something to have that foresight, and then to all the investment that the tribe did for all the other programs, to go from, I think, we were like 45% unemployment. That was the main thing. so that our people had a place to always work. And we're still like that today. You know, any young person that
Yeah.
needs a summer job, if they're going to college and they want to work part-time when they're home on Christmas, you know, that's
Yeah.
what we do. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And so 34 years of supporting our people
Right.
from day one to our eldest.
Yeah.
You know, everything in between. That's what
Yeah.
WinnaVegas does. Whatever our people need, we know that we can provide. You know, we may have to give up a few things over here, but we still are very we're mindful of our needs here, so we always try to take care of our needs over here. But we know that our number one goal is to support the people and on the reservation and all across this nation, all the Winnebagos. So that's what 34 years means to me, is that, you know, we're here for the people.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Man, good
Yeah.
words, Keats. I really appreciate those words. And I know that there's some celebrations that are going to be taking place tomorrow. They have a huge celebration. We really appreciate the marketing department, Tom Teasdale, the general manager, for helping us on out. We'll do kind of a little break so she can, you know, cue up the next story here. But we got an exclusive interview. This is Callie Snow, and she's the table games manager currently at WinnaVegas. And here we go. We got the 34th anniversary celebration, and in appreciation of your loyalty, we have a action-packed weekend today from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Stop by the promotions area after you earn 20 same-day points on your favorite slot and bring your redemption ticket for your commemorative anniversary Earth Day tote bag. Oh, so kind of that's, I think, what is it? Earth Day was last Wednesday, but they got them here today. The fun doesn't stop there. Stay for our payback drawings. Those are tonight. And then tomorrow, check this out. So this is going to be at WinnaVegas here. 3 lucky winners will receive 340 free play. Then at 11 p.m., 1 super lucky winner will receive. And I thought this was a typo. I thought it was $3,400 in cash. It's not. It's $34,000. $34,000 right here at WinnaVegas. And we got DJ Blue. I know that guy. He's going to be playing music right here on the stage, 360 Lounge, in anniversary of that celebration and stuff. And then also they got the hotel. Do you remember when the hotel started? Let's talk about that a little bit. When did that come about? Because we went from trailers, we went to the building, and then we went to the hotel and stuff into expansion. But do you remember when that was? The hotel kind of, it was in the 2000s, right? Is that correct?
I believe they had to halt the construction because of the flood. So it was right around 2010, and then 11, and then when they came back from the floods, then they was able to finish up and open. But yeah, so during that time, I think our manager was Silas Cleveland, and he had he was working on the designs of the room.
Yeah.
So Silas had a big part in that.
Nice.
And I really like the designs they came up with. They're just so unique,
Yeah.
just different from just, opening up and then just seeing.
Yeah.
It really kind of changed, kind of the footprint of our guest stay.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, a little more private.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little more classy. So
For
I always
sure.
liked that. I always liked our hotel setup.
I got some quick questions here, and then we'll let you get going here because I know you're pretty busy. What's the most legendary jackpot or moment you witnessed here?
Ooh.
That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, that is. Well, I wasn't here when we had a lot of the big jackpots. I think the last month's, that mortgage one, that was pretty cool. And I know in the past we've had, a couple tribal members hit some big jackpots. So for me, it's always when, our local tribal people can hit kind of a big jackpot. I was thinking of Kuna Dave, a couple months ago, he hit a good jackpot, and I was like, all right,
I
take your
believe it
mom
was the.
somewhere.
I think it was the G ball, right? Or
Yeah, he hit one of the.
I know everybody's commenting on the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bingo people that really
I
stay.
always like it when our people win something, and a couple of times my people would spin that wheel and they'd hit that little
Yeah.
bitty 10,000,
Right.
and it's like, yes, they really needed that too. So
Next question here. If these walls can talk, we heard Vince's story, and it was kind of funny, but he was mentioning that those carts with the coins were so heavy they went through the floor
yeah.
back when they're in the modulars. But if
Yeah.
these walls could talk, what's the funniest story from back in those days? Or if you have a story that happened last night or something.
I do. I always share this story, but this area here used to be our bingo hall, and where we're at now was our stage, actually. A little bit, bigger, and how they designed it. But we had the Temptations here.
Oh.
Yeah, we had the Temptations.
The
and,
actual Temptations.
Yeah, we had about 3 of them. I know the baritone guy. I
Blue?
think Williams, with the high pitched voice.
Oh, yeah. Take them to church.
Yep, and I can't remember but yeah, we had a couple of the originals, and the stage was a little small for their sound, the speakers. So we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and so our bingo tables back then, they were like really sturdy. So I was kind of standing there by one, and I kind of measured it like on my leg, and then I walked over to the stage, and it was just kind of a perfect fit. I said, let's line these up, and we can put their speakers, because they always have those speakers that face them, so they can
Monitors, yeah. Yep.
they can hear, and they can. So that's what we did. We put the speakers on those, so they had more room to dance and
Gotcha,
move
yeah.
around. And so when the singer, I mean, he was like in it, because you know how Winnebagos and natives are. I mean, they know every song and dancing, standing up, and he went out and he stepped on the table, and it tipped a little. So then he was agile enough. He like jumped off and jumped in the crowd and kind of went with it and grabbed someone's hand. But I think management about had a heart attack when they, when he stepped on that, and then it tipped a little. But he caught himself, so he didn't hurt himself. But yeah, the Temptations were. They even took a couple of our tribal members up on the stage and sang to them. And,
Wow.
but
What a great
that was
story, yeah.
that was pretty cool.
I can only imagine the
Yeah.
headlines,
Temptation.
The last question I got for you, and then we're going to go from here. To the staff who have been here for 10, 20, or 30 years, what keeps you coming back to work here every day?
Definitely my coworkers. Also, you really have a connection with the patrons. We have a lot of new people that come in, but we're really a locals casino. But the dedication I have an employee right now, this next month, he'll be here 32 years straight. I mean, just like every day coming in, dealing the cards. You can put him anywhere. You can put him in poker, put him on any game.
Yeah.
And man, just a true professional. I mean, he can work the floor. He can deal craps if we ever brought craps back. And they have so much knowledge and experience and just dedication to the Winnebago tribe and to WinnaVegas. And I just try to match that. Just coming back every day for 32 years. I mean, I've had a total of 19 years total, like a stint, a total. But I left and worked over there for 5 and worked for 7. But man, 32 years. I'm just hats off to those kind of employees that have dedicated their lives so that our people can, have a good life and a good opportunity for a strong Winnebago community. So
Appreciate those
Yeah.
words. Keith, thank you for your time. Thank you for doing this exclusive interview here. This is
You're
Table
up,
Games
Sam.
Table Games Manager and stuff. So we're going to queue up our next person here, and we do have some requests. DJ Besame, did you come up with an answer far as 1992? April 30th. Who was number one? And you said Redbone.
I said,
And you're a DJ, and because
Yeah.
they stayed number one for so many years,
For
and
decades.
and it's number one in our hearts, right? But did you stay with that one?
I'm going to stay with that one, yeah. But we did get a lot of different feedback. And so some of the ones that we have here, we have, I know I see an LL Cool J.
Oh,
Let's see here. We said MC Hammer. We have Boys to Men, Whitney Houston, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony,
92.
Salt and Pepper, Push It.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say who said that one.
I know the answer. Should I reveal it?
Well,
or
hold
should
on,
we
we got a few
okay.
more.
Okay, go for it.
We got Boys to Men, Mary J. Blige, etc., etc. And we also have. I
Keeping
know
it
I
rolling.
seen.
We got a lot of comments, which is good.
Yeah.
Again, while you're looking for some more answers and stuff, we
think
do
we're ready
have
for the answer.
7 more of these commemorative shirts. And I believe to get into that drawing, Gayla Whitewater wants to see, you got to comment, I want to win 340. We're going to do 7 winners and then, 8. 8, the last one that we draw out of the name is going to be your $340 free play winner. $340 just for commenting. Make sure you guys share if you guys want to tell your friends about this or anything like that. But I believe we're going to go around and check out some of the artwork. And then we also have some exclusive taste tests. They do have this beautiful 360 lounge. I want to say thank you to the marketing staff, environmental services, Billy, our camera operator. He really helped us out and stuff too. But I'll turn it over to you. I'm going to get prepped to go into the next section and stuff. But DJ Besame, I think you want to make sure that you reiterate what they took place and how do they win.
Okay, so we decided here that we're gonna have the comments. We'll have you guys go ahead and let us know that you want to win the $340. Now, if you on your Facebook go by your first and last name, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you go on Facebook by a secret alias or maybe a famous nickname or something like that, be sure and let us know your name, your first and last name, because we want to make sure that we have that included as well. We have a big check that we'll be showing to everybody, and we'll be signing that in real time over to that one lucky winner who will get $340 in free promo play. We do have those 7 sweaters that we'll be giving away as well, and so be sure and let us know you want to win the $340. And if you have a secret little nickname or an alias that you go by, be sure and let us know your name. And so simple as that. And we're just really wanting to keep an eye on those Facebook comments. So if you're able to join us on Facebook and comment in the live stream on Facebook, then that's the way to get your name logged into these. And so I'm going to turn it on over to DJ Guaranteed.
All right. Thank you, DJ Besame. I'm going to have you prepping. You're going to have to help me out in this next section and stuff. But why don't you kind of show you guys around a couple of things that is really cool here. We were on the 360 Lounge stage. But Gayla, come on over here. Gayla is going to be helping us on out, and she is going to make sure that everybody's in there. Is there anything that you want to make mention, or how many people do we have comment so far?
So far, I didn't count all of them, but it's a big list.
And then you're pretty busy yourself and stuff. Just kind of commercial break. I think like we have an event that's taking place in Sioux City.
Yes. So we have the Hiskekshi Hodak Spring Indigenous Market happening at the Ho Chunk Center till 6 p.m. today. So stop by.
Make sure you stop by. It's at 6 p.m. and it's downtown Sioux City at the Ho Chunk Center. Okay, so let's come on over here. Cindy is going to be helping us on out. As you see, this is a beautiful area. They have the 360 Lounge, and they do have a new kind of what they call a bar area, but this is a unique opportunity to grab what they call a dirty soda. They have coffee, they have pastries, and they have what are called Lotus drinks. And I like the opportunity. They set out, appreciate the the beverage department, as well as the hospitality crew and the marketing department. But DJ Besame, should we try some of these? Cinia, if you can get a shot of these here, we're going to try what they call, these are non-alcoholic, just so you know.
My favorite, mocktails.
But here they are. I'm going to try this strawberry, I believe it's called cheesecake. And you want to toast or this?
I'm going to try since my little guy Ethan loves Dr. Pepper, dirty Dr. Pepper.
Okay, it's 34th anniversary. Go ahead and describe the taste. I'll let you. Does it taste like Dr. Pepper? It does.
Yeah, if you ever had rum chata before, that's what it tastes like.
Okay, this is strawberry. I feel the soda part of it, and it does taste like cheesecake. So weird.
Downed it.
How did they do that? That is interesting. Okay, and then this one right here, it looks like they got the butter beer. Now, to my understanding, this is recently formed here. So if you guys want to come on out here, there's some drinks. They open at 4 p.m., and these are different type. You know, a lot of times I just kind of get tired of the regular soda, the teas, and things like these. These are kind of unique. I like them.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, so it looks like you serve it over chilled. This one is called butter beer. I'm not sure if I'm down with butter beer, but what does it taste like?
It tastes good. It tastes like butterscotch.
It does. Interesting.
That's
All
strong.
right. So I needed something to drink anyway, but there they are. It's the dirty sodas. They're not too bad far as the taste. Out of those three, what's your favorite?
Well, I didn't try the strawberry, so let me make sure I try that.
The cheesecake strawberry. And it looks like the cheesecake strawberry has starry soda, strawberry, cheesecake flavored syrups topped with a shot of half and half. Oh, man, we're going to be bouncing off the walls here momentarily. What'd you think?
Strawberry.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. I will probably have to go with the Dr. Pepper. That one's pretty good. I like the 24 flavors that are in Dr. Pepper. But nonetheless, we're going to be cruising on here. I wanted to show you a couple things here, DJ Besame, is that we did last Bear Moon.
Yes.
And the patrons and the people that really help out the WinnaVegas Casino, they come in. But there's an opportunity to, let's walk on over here. And I want to say thank you to the management and the staff for helping us on out. But as you know, we're in a coin shortage. Here, if you have like leftover coinage or anything like that, your donation benefits the Winnebago veterans. And you deposit those leftover, if you got 90 cents or 60 cents or whatever and stuff, you store it in there, and then they send over that money directly benefits our our Winnebago veterans.
That is awesome. I love to see that.
I didn't get an opportunity to play any slot machines or anything like that, but also if you go to the ATM, there's an opportunity to donate some of their change right on. You get your ticket. They call it ticket in, ticket out, but you could donate that. That's pretty good.
Yes,
So
I agree.
once again, 34th anniversary. Cynthia, come and follow me here. We're going to head on over. I want to show you some beautiful artwork that was done by a Winnebago artist that really means a lot to the area. And that is none other than Mr. Henry Pear. If you've never been to WinnaVegas Casino, they do still have the bingo and event center, but we might lose signal. So Kevin, help us on out if we lose signal. But this beautiful piece was done in 2008 by Henry Pear. And if you can go over there and check it on out, but it is a large piece. Just for kind of reference here, I'll stand next to it. I want to say it's over a good, 10, 12 feet piece and stuff, but beautifully done. And then Cindy, if you want to head on down there, there's some other paintings done by Winnebago artist Henry Pear. So shout out to him. We want to get an interview with him and stuff, but he also had some nice artwork, and you could see that one there. I'm not sure of the titles, but it looks like they do have a kind of a tribute to the old Winnebago area, and it's very, very nice to see. So they have bingo here this evening. We're talking about the history and the legacy of WinnaVegas, 34 years in the game. We're counting down. We're about to give away $340 free play to somebody here momentarily. So we want to kind of follow up and get a couple announcements made, and then we'll kind of get back in the area. But that's WinnaVegas Casino, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with us. For those that are tuned in, we have a lot of good programming that's going to be taking place on Big Voice Radio. And so there you have it. All righty. I believe that the area that you see here today, wanted to make mention in 1992, April 30th, the number one song was none other, and I'm gonna go ahead and sing it for you, DJ Bessamy.
Dun, da, da, da.
Are you ready?
Drum roll, please.
I'm gonna say Mac Daddy makes you wanna J-U-M-P. It was Crisscross. Can you believe that? Those guys tore up the scene. They come out with the music video. They wear the jerseys backwards, everything. It was crazy. So that's crazy, huh?
No, that song could get someone hyped.
I believe DJ Blue's going to be playing that tomorrow night. So, okay. Now, we want to make mention, we are down to, we're going to get off air here.
We wanted to show that big free play check that we got. For
Okay,
them.
where's it at? Let's do it, because we're going to have to put somebody, okay, it's on, there it is. Cynia is going to bring it on up here to the stage. Gayla is going to come up here on the stage, and she's going to do, I believe the Wheel of Names are doing something. So, is that closed? Is that entry closed now, or are we closing that? Because we're ready to announce the winners. All right, so it is now official.
So do we have to write on this still?
Yes, because Gayla, come on over here. Help us on out. But there's a nice free play check that's going to be given away to somebody that's on our live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our Big Voice, Winnebago, the Big Voice. We do have an Instagram that just debuted not too long ago for those that are on Instagram. We also have the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. I think we got about 1,600. That Bill, come on over here, man. This is nope, never mind. He just popped his head and then headed out. Okay, he doesn't want to come. Okay, are we ready for her? Okay, she's getting the wheel ready, so we got some moments to talk here. Now, we're going to share our personal journey, our personal story about WinnaVegas. There's a couple things that you made mention of working at Bingo, and it gave you an opportunity to really transition and stuff. But what did working in Bingo help you become a better DJ?
Well, in my time at working at the Bingo Hall, we got to participate and help out with Bingo Gone Wild. And so like Moose and Google would come over and they would host like the late night bingo. And I did have one of my old coworkers, shout out to Prairie. She kind of had like a, you know, when your memories pop up and stuff.
Yeah.
She was highlighting how I work at the radio station now, but when we used to do those Bingo Gone Wild nights, I'd always be bothering Moose and Google to play some of my songs. They never would, I'll say that, but it's okay. They had some good music playing. But I would always ask them to play music and stuff. And so I got to call some of the bingo games, and I was able to give away a jackpot. That was pretty cool. But just being able to get some of that experience with public speaking, talking in front of a big crowd, that kind of stuff. I feel like that really helped. And growing up, I used to be real shy and stuff. So getting out there to have like customer service and interacting with people every day. And then we had our regulars that would come in and you really get to know them, and, you know, they'll check on you and all that kind of good stuff. And I even had some of the regulars that would make sure, like, if I didn't have lunch that day or something, like they would, we get fed, we're good and all that stuff. But they would just make sure that I had, you know, something to eat or stuff like that, you know? And so I would say, like, it just really overall helped me develop professionally. And it was my first job. I didn't participate in, like, summer youth and stuff like that. So I always babysat. You know, I was always, like, the family babysitter and stuff. But as far as a job, my first job was in the bingo hall. Did you have
a trademark number that you used to love to call or anything like that?
Everybody loves when you call it's after 068. I'm not gonna say it.
You didn't like calling the other
like
one?
6,
What was
7. I don't know.
You didn't want to go down that fast. Okay. Are we good? Are we ready?
Say
Or
what?
still working on it?
She's saying to re-comment. If our viewers out there can re-comment. Oh, one last go of commenting.
Oh, we got so many comments. Oh, okay.
Can we look on the comments on here?
We're trying to figure this one out. It's a good problem to have. So many comments that we want to make sure. Just to recap, if you're just joining us here, you do have an opportunity, but it sounds like, okay, Gayla does have the wheel of names, and she's putting them in the notes right now, and we have so many that we really appreciate that. Again, on behalf of the Winnebago Tribe, Big Voice Radio, we want to thank everybody that's tuning in here, but we're about to give away $340 free play. We want to say thank you to Tom Teasdale and his team, his marketing team, Joaquin, Emma. They did a wonderful job. And then we're going to give away 7 prizes. And everybody that's going to win a commemorative sweater, then the grand prize will be the last one named that we announce, and that's going to be your winner for the 340.
Okay.
That's how we go. Okay, so are we down, or we still got to do some?
It sounds like we're ready to go.
Okay, let's do it. All righty, so everybody come on over here, Gayla. Let's go ahead and pass the microphone, and do we get a shot of this so we can check it out? Grab your camera
so I got
there,
everybody's
Cinia.
names so far. We have 44 entries,
Oh, nice.
and I got you guys in the wheel of names if somebody can get a shot of that.
Okay, we're gonna get that camera booted up here, and then let's get an in-depth shot of our wheel of names. It's the tiniest
I know, the
monitor
tiniest
ever,
screen.
but we're gonna make it work.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
shuffle it a couple times.
Wait, hold up. We want to. Okay, all right. We're going back to Cinia. Okay, go ahead and shuffle. Let's shuffle 34 times. No? Oh, it's blurry. Okay, so there it is. We're gonna get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so we're starting with the sweatshirts, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So it doesn't take too many times and stuff. Again, folks, tomorrow they're going to have their 34th anniversary grand celebration. If you have an opportunity, come on over here. We're learning some of the history.
Danny Van Meter is the first winner for the sweatshirt.
Give them a round of applause. Okay. What did, no, that was Justin Gitman.
That was Justin Gitman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 winners. All right. So we got some more sweatshirts.
Danny Van Meter, 1 sweatshirt, so I'll take him out of there.
Can you write that down and make sure we'll get that situated offline? Just make sure you send us a message.
Okay, I'm gonna shuffle one more time here, and then I'll tap.
And we're on the roll for this beautiful commemorative 34th anniversary. Just for tuning in, guys.
Christian James Roberts, congratulations. You won a sweatshirt.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. All right, so we have 5 more.
I'll shuffle it one more time here.
Still rolling.
Okay.
Continuing on. And we'll do some more giveaway items on the Big Voice too as the time gets on. If you have an idea to do a live remote, just hit us up.
Ho Koniga.
All right,
Ho Koniga.
congratulations.
Congratulations, you got a sweatshirt.
We have 4 more and then the big one. All right, so
Shuffled it, and I'm gonna tap
continue
one.
to shuffle. It'd be crazy if your battery went dead, huh?
I know. I got 38%. I think we'll be all right.
All right. And the winner is...
D and Tommy Toad.
Oh, nice. Good job,
D and Tommy
guys.
Toad, you won a sweatshirt.
Thank you for tuning in. So we got 3 more. Is that right? All right.
Shuffle.
Justin Getman was our very first winner. Got some more entries here just for commenting on today's stream.
Bertona Grant.
Congratulations, Bertona. All righty. You won yourself a shirt. We're down to how many? I lost count.
2 more.
Okay.
2 more sweatshirts.
Ooh, it's getting interesting. Still continuing on. And
Livia White Wing Saul. So you won a sweatshirt.
Nice.
Congratulations.
that is awesome. Okay, we're still rolling. Okay, now one last sweatshirt to give away, and then the big check's gonna go out.
Okay. So I'll shuffle a couple more times.
Good job, camera operations. Cinia, Jeremy, Kevin, Bethany, communications staff, shout out to you guys. You guys did a wonderful job. And WinnaVegas, you guys did a wonderful job as well. Here we go.
Gloria Sheridan.
Gloria, good
Sweatshirt.
job.
Congratulations,
Right
Gloria.
on. Okay. Now, we're shuffling 34 times.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's like on Toy Story.
7,
Just go, just go.
9, 10, 11, 12.
In the meantime, between time, make sure you guys check us on out tomorrow. We got a lot of good things that are going to be taking place over at WinnaVegas. We are looking forward to doing a live remote for the 35th anniversary. If you do have a grand celebration, anything like that, want to talk about the history, Winnebago talks, anything like that, we're going to go do that. So what number are you on there, Gayla?
29,
29?
30,
30?
31,
Here we go.
32, 33,
Uh-oh.
34.
Okay.
Shuffled it 34 times.
And we got to put some music on.
Are we ready?
We are just about, hold up.
This will be for the grand prize of $340 free play.
Okay, we're ready. Here we go. Congratulations to our winner, which is
Kara Snow.
congratulations, Kara Snow. DJ Besame, I'm gonna have you do the honors. Go ahead and throw that name in there, and we want to get a picture with the big check on behalf of Kara Snow. And what we make mention is that you just come on out of here. Kara, I hope you're 18 over. We forgot to mention the rules and stuff like that, but you just go over there. We'll pass your name on to the marketing department, and they will make sure that they do that. So, DJ Besame, grab that microphone, and is there anything else that you want to make mention as we're going to get off the air here today?
I just wanted to also say thank you to the WinnaVegas staff here that helped us get this set up for the live remote. And then one thing that I wanted to add at the end of what I was talking about when I used to work at WinnaVegas, the GM at the time was Tom DeCora.
Oh,
So-
when you was working here.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that as well. And then my supervisor in the bingo hall was Rochelle White, Rocky. So I'll give them a shout out.
For sure, for sure. My history here at WinnaVegas has been long. I think that I had the opportunity to really make some national headway as I was the DJ for the Showtime Boxing when it was here. Then CBS Boxing came in. King of the Cage, I used to be the DJ for that. And then going back even further was that our family used to be, my wife, she was a poker dealer. And we used to live off tips and stuff. And so the long history and legacy of WinnaVegas, 34 years and counting. Congratulations. Thank you to all the staff and everybody that has been a part of that. But it has the roots in the Winnebago tribe. And you can see from the donation of the Veterans Fund, a lot of the revenues and also the profits go over to the Winnebago tribe so they can support our youth, our elders, our needed services and stuff. So without WinnaVegas, a lot of things wouldn't be taking place. And we want to say thank you to everybody that shows up for work, including, let's get a shot of them here. Come on over, man. This is my mic. Yeah. Come on over. This is Bill Decora. Do you want to say hello to your staff or anything like that? Okay. He's working hard and stuff like that. But Bill has, he came out here as a cook, and now he's the EVS manager. So even those opportunities, just working your way up to the ladder and stuff like that. So on behalf of 100.9 FM, the Big Voice Radio, we're going to conclude today's broadcast. We'll see you guys down the road. You be safe out there. Be good to yourself and
Be good to everyone else and yourself.